Hello again, everybody. Here we are at Copper Coins Coin Reveal 478, a 1942p plastic tubed roll. We'll be looking through this for double die obverse, double die reverse, and see what kind of oddities we can find also. I'll wait for a couple more people to stroll in and we'll get this party rolling. Let me get this these coins dumped out here. Hey, Malcolm. All right, there we got them all out. Yes, we do. All right, get a couple more people in here and we'll get rolling. What you got going on today, Malcolm? You just hanging around? Hey, Parvis. Good to see ya. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, after this, it's going to be a lazy day for me. My wife threw her back out, so I got some house cleaning done this morning, and we're just going to sit and watch TV until the auction comes up at 7 o'clock. To remind you, we will be selling reveals again tonight. 4 rolls, all relatively inexpensive. 1962D, I think they're $2. 70S, $3. 60D, $2, and 57D, $2.75 a piece. So I hope you're all there, and I hope you want to participate in next week's reveals, done by yours truly. But we will get this roll rolling, and we will see who's coin number 1. It's Klaus. And Klaus gets what nice coins. A lot to look for on double die obverses and reverses. There's quite a few known for the date. This looks like it was an end coin, which is another good sign, being that it was the end coin. I will, Parvis. Coin number 2 goes to Stephen A. And these are all, well, I guess we've only been through 2, but they're nice, clean looking coins. All right. Nothing so far. Coin number 3 goes to Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers gets what looks to be a normal obverse. Just a reminder, I will be rechecking these coins under a loop before I ship them out. I'm trying. When we quit learning, we might as well not do it. I still learn stuff every day. Coin number 4 goes to Ant. Ant gets a normal obverse, and we've got some nice die gouges we can use for markers. So if we see this next time, we don't have to spend as much time looking on the reverse. Hey Carl, how you doing? All right, coin number 5 goes to Stanley. The roll we will be doing tomorrow will be the last roll of the reveals that Chuck had sold to you. I will start processing them and hopefully be able to get everything out by the beginning of the following week. And then we'll be caught up, and that will make my life easier anyways. I've been spending a lot of time on this lately. It will be after this next batch of coins. You know, Parvis, I can't on this one. I've got to see if I can get that fixed. What I usually do is a screen capture, and I couldn't get it to work. So I'm actually running through OBS, and I can't make a pointer work. I've got to find out how to do it. And I haven't been able to figure that out yet. So as soon as I do that, I will be able to show you. But I will try to describe it as much as possible. What I'm seeing, especially if we find something. When I showed you the last time with the pointer, I was actually doing a screen capture. Hey, Richard Sappington, how you doing? Coin number 6 goes to Penny Hoarder. Really decent looking coins. Oh yeah, that's been back to normal about a week after they were getting mail. Now everything else, garbage pickup. There's so much garbage out that the garbage man just can't do it. And FEMA's helping. But now they're saying that it could be like May before our garbage gets all picked up. Coin number 7 goes to Eric. Yeah, they say that, well, you know, when Michael hit, there wasn't a huge populated area that got hit. But I know that the last figure I heard is that they've already collected 10 times more debris than they did during Hurricane Irma and 6 times more than they did with Michael. But Michael had a lot of area that they just didn't collect the debris. It was like in the forest. And they say they're only like less than 10% done here so far. It knocked down almost every tree. I mean, I used to have probably 60 trees in the lot behind me, and there's maybe 5 or 6 now. Plus, we got some reveals for you to get into too, Paul. But it's definitely, I'm thinking that when it's all said and done, it's going to be in the hundreds of billions of dollars to repair everything. Coin number 8 goes to Malcolm. I mean, south of us, like Fort Myers, got a 20-foot storm surge. and I got a video of my friend in his condo, and it's literally the ocean is up to his window, and he's on a second-story condo. And the wind here, it was literally 40-mile-an-hour winds for almost 5 hours. With 200-mile-an-hour gusts, it was crazy. I've been through a lot of big hurricanes, and this one scared me more than any of them did. I actually thought at one point that I wasn't going to leave it unscathed. I didn't think I was going to die in it, but I thought I was going to get injured in it for sure, because stuff started popping and breaking and all that. But we'll overcome it and rebuild. Yeah, one disaster after another. It's going to take a while. Coin number 9 for Deanne. And I think this will end up being like Michael too, in the fact that they have it coming inland at like 1 mile under a Cat 5. I think it's like 154 miles an hour, 153 miles an hour. And in a couple of years, after all the bills are paid, they'll say, well, it was a Cat 5, because a Cat 5, the government automatically pays for everything. So, of course, they go out of their way to make sure it's not a Cat 5, and then after the fact, they raise it up. That was like the storm surge. Somebody said that's with a 20-foot storm surge is the same way, and they officially said it was 18 feet at the highest point. Yeah, Andrew, I wasn't in the main part of Andrew, but Andrew hit where I was at, and Andrew was pretty tough, and Irma was pretty tough. But it was nothing. I mean, the problem wasn't what was stronger. They just moved fast. So this one moved so slow, it took, the eye was over us for 5 hours. So the hard part of the hurricane was literally for 5 hours. It took a long time. I mean, you have people, the insurance companies saying, well, you have a generator, so your food shouldn't went bad. I couldn't fire the generator up for over 24 hours because it was still storming. Coin number 10 goes to Farm Dog. Yeah, we had gusts to 235 here. But when I say 150 something, that's the sustained wind. And I think Hurricane Michael actually had 240 mile an hour gusts with it too. Hurricane Michael was a tough one. And there was a chance you guys were going to get this one. And I can tell you, like I said, this one had some legs. I've been through a couple. And like Hurricane Charlie came through here, and that was a Cat 5, but it was really small. And all my neighbors were like, oh, Hurricane Charlie this, Hurricane Charlie that. And when this one was over, the one guy come out of his house, he says, you'll never hear me say Hurricane Charlie again. Coin number 11 goes to Parvis. Yeah, it was a crazy time. That's for sure. I do think that I've changed my ways. I always, they tell me to stay because I live kind of on a hill, so I really don't have to worry about storm surge, even though a lot of the area flooded because all the rivers flooded around me. The Peace River and the Myakka River, I live in between them, and they both flooded. They both went over 20 feet over. And I had beachfront property. I could see the water coming up at both ends of the street where people's houses were underwater. I mean, the whole house was, and it wasn't just like 4 hours of storm surge. They were underwater for like 3 days. Coin 12 goes to Mike Birchman. And so it was crazy. We were locked in our house for a while because we couldn't get down the street. What am I seeing here? Nothing. My biggest thing now is you can't get anybody to do any of the work in the insurance company. I have a feeling I'm going to take it real hard from them. We'll see. But I'm not real confident that they are going to be anywhere even close to being fair. You know, they always complain that everybody sues them here. Well, maybe if they gave you enough money to fix your roof, instead of saying that your roof's worth $1,500 and then it costs you $15,000 to fix it, they wouldn't get sued. You know, then they get sued and they lose $80,000. Coin number 13 goes to Malcolm. And this one is for you, Malcolm. Interesting die gouges in there. But yeah, I'm a little disenfranchised with the whole process at this point. I'm going to apply for what I think is a small business. The Small Business Association's giving low interest disaster loans. And I'm just going to get a loan and get the roof done before the insurance is settled. And let somebody else handle dealing with the insurance company, because obviously they don't want to listen to anything I have to say. But that could change. Well, yeah, it's there to protect your investment, but they're not doing that either. I mean, and it's not even cheap anymore. There was a time that insurance was cheap. It definitely needs to be reformed around any place that gets a storm. Coin 14 goes to Eric. Yeah, it definitely needs to be reformed. If they worked as hard at fixing houses as they do about not paying you, people wouldn't have a hard time. I mean, I wouldn't care if they even doubled the cost of my insurance if they made it easy to actually get a claim when your house is broke. I mean, I actually heard them say that they don't cover wind-driven rain. It's like, what's a hurricane? Wind-driven rain, right? So you're selling hurricane insurance, yet you don't cover anything that happens during a hurricane. Good morning, Aunt. Yeah, I know it is. I'm thinking about actually hiring a private adjuster, or at least getting a second opinion once I mean, I still haven't got my claim from the insurance yet. It's just what the adjuster was saying to me that makes me think that I'm going to get hit hard. And now it's to the point, like, a lot of the trades, like the people that fix the pool enclosures, the last one I heard is like 18 months out before they even start the work. And I can't even get an estimate at this point. There's not even a company giving estimates anymore. Yeah, I know they do. So, you know, hopefully we can hire lawyers that are just, that's the problem with the insurance business. Everybody's paying so much to pay the lawyers that the people where the money actually needs to go, they only have very little money to do that with because they're busy paying lawyers. Coin number 16 goes to Carl. But I've been disappointed. I had a roof damage in a tropical storm. And they're like, your roof was 20 years old, and it wasn't. It was only, like 14. But I paid for a roof. I was in engineering. I understand what proration is and stuff like that. But my roof was a year old this time. They can't say that my roof was substandard. But they're trying to already say it. That my roof is depreciated and this and that. And it's just like, well, I disagree with you that my roof is depreciated 90%. Coin number 17. I'm not sure. And they do conservation and they do remove stuff, but I'm not sure of the process. I think if you got rid of those black spots, you would have other spots that would be almost as detracting from the look of the coin. I do know that they can neutralize the spots and leave them on there, but make it where they quit actually growing, because those spots can be not living but active, and then you can deactivate them. The next coin is for Taco John. Yeah, that would be my eyes. If they can, I've seen people do like electrolysis and some of the black comes off, but there's always this kind of whitish stain underneath it. I think your best bet is to just make it inactive and leave it there. Now that you might be able to do yourself too. I'm not sure of the process. What kind of coin is it? Coin number 18 goes to Wanda. Got a hit on the 9 here. Ah, that's kind of weird that it would get a spot. Now. All right, nothing here for Wanda. I've heard all sorts of ways to clean coins, and I've actually seen people get away with it, but then you see another person do the exact same thing and they don't get away with it. I personally am not a fan of it. It's one thing about maybe putting MS-70 or something on it if you know what you're doing. Then anything. Coin 19 goes to JJ Addict. But besides like cleaning, I'm not a big fan of actually cleaning coins. I know back in the day, a lot of dealers used to dip coins. I'm going to hold this one out. That's got something on the eyelid that I'm going to have to look at. Up on the upper part and the lower part, actually. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look at it different. But something tells me I've seen that before on one of the websites. But yeah, and now a lot of people, when they dip coins, it comes back as details now because they're using those. I'm not sure what the device is called, but they just click it. It's like a little beam of light, and it'll tell you if it's got residue from chemicals on it. They call them chemical sniffers, but I don't think that's what the actual name of the device is. So there you go. You can have a coin that was graded MS-66 or MS-67 20 years ago and break it out thinking it's going to get a better grade, and then it comes back as a details cleaned coin because it was cleaned 20 years ago when it was okay to do it. Next coin is for Ant. But that's the way hobbies go. I mean, you progress, and I used to collect tropical fish, and there was always the same thing. There was splitters and lumpers. Some people wanted new species, and the other people wanted species that were the same to be all together. So it's the similar plight. You know, it's okay to do this one time, and then 5 years later, it's not okay anymore. Coin 21 goes to Stephen A. Nice, decently nice coins for sure, though. Coin 22 goes to Brian. That's a nice variety there, Aunt Totally. I mean, no matter what condition it's in. Tomorrow I will be doing the 49S roll. I'll probably be doing it right around between 3 and 4 o'clock. Gonna try to do these a little bit later in the day, on days that I can do them. That way we can get more people that are on the West Coast. Starting at 1 o'clock my time, it's still 8 o'clock in the morning there. Coin 23 goes to Jim Fletcher. That way hopefully we can get some more people involved, and maybe even I can do some at night sometimes, but me and nighttime don't mix very well. Of course, unless it's 4 o'clock in the morning, then me and nighttime get along just fine. That's right. Coin 24 goes to Ant. Got nothing on the obverse. Besides nice, decent coins, we haven't been coming across much. One possible double eyelid. Coin 25 goes to Carl. Ooh, got some of that black stuff on this coin. That's a first for the roll. All right, give me just 1 second. I'm halfway through the roll, so I'm gonna wrap these up so they don't hit the floor. If they do hit the floor, they hit them in one bundle. All right, coin 26 goes to Stanley. And Stanley gets normal coin. Coin 27 goes to Dennis. Dennis is watching his Vikings right now. We don't know if they're winning or losing, but they're playing. Nothing to see here. Oh, seen that die before. See the die gouge through the AM? I've seen that a few times so far. Coin 28 goes to Taco John. And Taco John gets $14-3. Oh, so Dennis is happy then. I cut the cable this year, so I actually haven't watched one football game. And I gotta say, it's kind of nice. Just reading or listening to the highlights the next day. Coin 29, Parvis. So I'm thinking my days of being a big football fan are over with. This is another one that's got that weird eyelid. I'm going to take another look at this. Coin 30 goes to Penny Hoarder. Haven't seen Penny Hoarder around, but I'm sure he'll be there tonight. The reverse for Penny Hoarder. I'm thinking that this might be a very mild class 6. I'm going to hold this aside and look at it. Just a little bit on the dot is egg-shaped in the thickness on the lower E and L and U. And that is egg-shaped a little bit. Looks like I'm seeing doubling on the edge of the wheat stalk also. So I'm going to hold this out and get a better look at it. Well, this could be the first one it's the one I have the most faith in so far anyways out of all of the coins. Coin 31 is for Eric. There's another one of those. Hey, Sandigger. I'm going to hold this out with the two other ones that I have like it. And see if that turns out to be anything. Coin 32 goes to Dennis. And there's another one. So we're going to have to look this over. This is the fourth one, I believe, in the roll now. And like I say, something tells me I've actually seen that either on our listings or on Wexler's listings. All right, normal coin for Stanley. Got to flip the flip over. Coin 34 goes to Parvis. And Parvis, I will do my best to get the cursor working for tomorrow. I will play with that later on tonight before the auction to see if I can't get it to work. No FS listed varieties yet, Adam. Looking at, there's 4 copies of a possible doubled eyelid and 1 minor class 6 double die reverse so far. And in all the other rolls we've done in the last couple days, we've found a lot of minor RPMs, nothing major. Is your dad doing okay? Coin 35 goes to Penny Hoarder. All right, that's great to hear. Good news. Good news. That AFib stuff can be a rough racket. Coin 36 goes to Adam Chambers. Wow, that happens here too. It's not just Chuck's office. Looks like we got a normal one there. Let's see what the reverse gives us. Coins in general are pretty good. This last bunch of rolls, all the rolls, the coins were decent coins. None of the real nasty rolls. Coin 37, Taco John. Oh, and there we get one that's got full of spots. Wash spots at that. Was that M doubled? Well, let me look at it. No, that's just die deterioration on that M. And that M looks pretty good there. I'm 36. Well, let me look. I'll pull it back out and look. Not on that. No, both M's are normal. Are you talking coin 35 or 36? Oh no, the M's were good on both of them. Matter of fact, let me just look at this one with the loop real quick. Nope. The M's look good. 37 didn't have it either. 37 had a little bit of dye deterioration on Unum. Coin 38 goes to Paul Hampton. This is actually the same die as die 36. You can tell right above the M there is a little die gouge. Coin 39 goes to Carl. And Carl gets a pretty attractive coin so far. This is the same die as the one that I said could possibly be doubled. I have a double die reverse on it. And like I said, I think I'm more confident in this than I am the doubled eyelid. But I'm going to have to research it a little bit more when I can really get in with a loop and look. Yeah, for sure, as there's a little die gouge on the E. Coin 40 goes to Paul Hampton. We'll have some rolls for sale tonight as far as reveal rolls. Going to have a 62D bank wrapped, a 70S original roll, a 1960D original bank wrapped roll, and a 1957 original bank wrapped roll. So I hope you all join and get in the fun. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight. And I know that Chuck's got some good items going too. I have to turn this light down. These are getting pretty bright. Some people do. I know for a while Chuck was trying to find a way to straighten the wrappers out, and he was going to send the wrappers to people. But that they don't ever straighten out. I've had some in books for years, and you take them out and they roll right back up again. Coin 41 goes to Mike Birchman. Now I know there are people that collect original paper wrapped rolls. Yeah. Are they still in tube form, or are they unrolled? Oh, cool. Seen this die before. We know it's a normal die by that die gouge in between the AM. Coin 42 goes to Jim Fletcher. A lot of these rolls, these were rolls that Chuck had, but most of my rolls I've bought from coin shops all over, and I've accumulated them over the last 25 years or so. A lot of Chuck's rolls are the same, but he also does a lot of more buying and selling. I just buy and hoard. My wife cringes every time I come through the door with coins. Or she'll go, "What's that charge on the bank statements?" "Oh, I got some rolls of coins coming in the mail." Then you just get the side eye from her. But she's pretty supportive. Right? Yeah, she's pretty supportive of the whole thing. But it doesn't change the look. Coin 43 goes to Mike Birchman. She's actually happy that I'm actually looking at a lot of coins again, because for a while, see, there's that. That's a different one. I'm sure that's a doubled eyelid there. Either way, it depends what you're looking for. There's nothing wrong with searching bank supplied coins. And there's nothing wrong with searching circulated coins or the new coins from the bank either. As a matter of fact, I would start out probably searching coins from the bank, so you get the feel for it. I know it took me, when they went to the shield cents, I just couldn't grasp those for the longest time, and now they don't bother me. I can search them just like any other coin. Coin 44 goes to Sireg. But either way, I would start out with go buy some rolls at the bank, look through it, look at the websites, separate everything by date. Then you go to like Copper Coins or any of the other websites, and you search by the date. Come to the auctions on this channel. That's a great resource on buying rolled coins and single coins. I'm not sure what kind of coins you collect. Yeah, me too, Vic. They just didn't even fit in my hand right, and I know they're the same size, but they're just, the edges are all round and they just didn't feel right. Coin 45, but now I actually have pretty good success finding stuff in them. Those are the ones that should have the class 9 that is horizontal on the back of the shield. Yeah, I can't get coins. I can now. My bank doesn't give them to me, but after the hurricane, it turns out I never knew it. But it turns out that my neighbor is an assistant manager at the bank, and she says, "I can get you boxes of coins all you want. Just give me the money before I go to work, and I'll bring you one home." I was like, "Yeah." Yeah, my bank literally will sell me maybe 3 or 4 rolls, and then they say no. So I dump all my coins on that, because they're always saying they don't got no change, and it's like, well, I'll fix that. And they don't complain about it. They're happy when I bring them $300 or $400 in change. Coin 46 goes to Jim Fletcher. The zinc bubbles, I can remember back, God, a long time ago, when I used to sell a lot of coins. I used to always throw the zinc bubbles away, and then I had a friend that was a grader who says that doesn't affect grade at all, and it probably does now. You never know how that works, but it didn't back in the day. The zinc bubbles, I guess it would keep it from getting a high grade, but it didn't keep it from getting an average MS grade, like 65. Zinc bubbles were fine. It was part of the actual way the coin was minted. I actually have my opinion on grading, and it's probably not the best opinion. I mean, there's too much human error involved in it. You know, bad traffic on the way to work, fight with the spouse, not a good meal, and then the opposite. Grades go up when everybody's happy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To get a super high grade, I would say it would take the eye appeal away, but besides that, it doesn't affect anything. And that may have changed now because I literally haven't been involved in grading coins since 2008. Coin 48 goes to Chuck Daughtrey. There's another one of those. I think that's legit there. I'll have to pull this one aside too. Yeah, you do a lot more of that coin grading than I do. Like I say, I don't know. I got a negative attitude about it now. Coin 49, to me, it's just a money grab. I understand the purpose of it because it kept people honest, but I guess that goes back to if you don't trust somebody, don't buy a coin from them. You know, if it looks good and you think it's right, there's no reason you shouldn't buy it. You bet, you sand digger. And that's what I'm saying. Well, this looks like a totally different. That looks doubled to me. I'm going to have to get that. That's definitely doubled. Right up at the tips. And I don't see anything really. That's a little bit thick. That's not thick at all. So it's all on the right side. Let's see what the bottom looks like. Yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know if that's a scratch now that I look at it. But it still looks thick. No, I think that's doubling. Nice. So we do have another different double die reverse. Second to last coin. Of course, I will be looking through these coins again to double check because I'm much better with a loop. Yeah, I get it, Adam. And that's, you know, it's supposed to be, I want this coin and I want it nice, so this is what I'm going to do to assure it. But there's still so much variation in it that it's, you know, but you know it's authentic. It's a necessity for any real valuable coin. Coin 50 is for Richard Sappington. Just like a 1909 SVDB, unless you really know what you're looking at, I would not buy one unless it was graded. That's true too. Not to mention time. Some of these grading services, I know I got a friend right now that's got coins at PCGS and they've been in there since November of last year and they're still in the queue. And then you hear about people sending them 3 months ago and getting them back already. So I don't think it even matters. I don't think it even is in the order that they come in. I don't know though, because I don't participate anymore. But I used to do a lot of bulk grading back in the early 2000s, and there's little tricks to some of that stuff. And that's the final coin. Yeah, well, like everything else, there's money in that too. And some of them actually look pretty good. And some of them actually, you can do the number, trace the numbers, and it'll come back. It'll just come back with a different coin. So, but anyways, I will see everybody tonight, and I will hope to see everybody at 7 o'clock at the auction. There's some good stuff, and 4 reveals going to be for sale. So I hope to see you all there. If I don't see you there, I hope to see you at the remaining reveal tomorrow. Hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.